Washington Nationals are leading the National League in several offensive categories, including home runs and runs scored. But they are last in earned runs beyond the seventh inning. We will talk some baseball, and later on, we will take to the sideline for some NFL offseason discussion. I'm Marvin Jackson, and joining me this evening to provide their knowledge and insight are local sports journalists and my good friends, Alina Neves and Winston Hylton. Welcome, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
First timer.
Yes.
Winston.
Hey, I'm here. Hello.
All right. Well, look, let's talk some Washington Nationals. Let's take a look at them. Right now, they're rolling along pretty good in a weak division, might I add. But they are rolling. I know Alina wants to talk about that. But they are rolling along pretty well, and they have the third and fourth and fifth batters in their lineup are just cleaning it up, man.
3, 4, 5. I mean, they're rolling. I mean, you're talking about Ryan Zimmerman. He's batting .372, leading the league in batting average. His OPS is above 1. Daniel Murphy, he's .333. Bryce Harper, he's .322, I believe. So, I mean, you know, they have to be the most feared probably in at least in the National League, possibly in the whole major leagues. Right. So, you know, and they're clicking. I mean, when you see Ryan Zimmerman hit, when you just see him hit, you see that ball come off his bat. I mean, he is hitting the ball hard. Mm-hmm. So, you know, he's locked in. He sees the ball very well. He's healthy for number one.
Yeah, this is the first year he's been really healthy.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, the past couple of years, he's had those minor nagging injuries that he can't quite get right. But now you can see it. He's fully healthy. He's seeing that ball. He's getting good wood on that ball. And he's hitting the ball hard. And most of the time, he's hitting it out of the park.
Yeah. As the Capitals and the Wizards, we just can't get all the way. Huh?
No.
But one thing that, Houston's playing well. I mean, Houston's leading the majors in wins. We are leading in the National League. But the Cubs are not playing the way they were last year. But that's a team I wouldn't want to face in the playoffs.
No, not at all. Whenever you play in Wrigley Field, if anybody's ever been there, it's pretty much a cathedral. It's probably the best place to watch a baseball game, probably other than up 95 going to Camden Yards. But when you go to Wrigley Field, I mean, you step in that ballpark and you just see that Babe Ruth just pointing to the outfield and hit one out. Right. You can almost see it. But this team, it's almost like a sophomore slump. Okay, it's almost like a championship hangover. And if you've ever been to Chicago and you've been in those bleachers,
there are a lot of hangovers.
Right. So I think we're a third of the way through this season. Okay. I think there's plenty of time for them to kind of find what they had last year and kind of reel it back in and come and get back to the head of the NL Central. Now, what's good for them is that they're not that far behind. And they've gone on a little bit of a streak. They're about 4 or 5 games now. So I mean, they just may get there. Yeah, they just might get there.
Yeah,
but I think he'll get
10 seconds.
Quick point about Pujols. The bad thing about him going to Los Angeles was that he had Mike Trout. So so Trout has stolen a lot of Pujols' shine. That's why we haven't heard a lot about Pujols hitting 600. You never ever want anybody to be injured, but now Trout is injured. But I mean, you're hearing a lot more of Pujols. But that's kind of what it is. He's had his shine stolen.
He's heading there.
Well, we have to take a break here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you look at this team, and coaches always say football comes down to 2 things. That's it. Blocking and tackling. All right, so number one,
forget about the catching.
You can catch. You can do. You got to be able to block. And last year, the offensive line, for the most part, remained healthy, with the exception of the Trent Williams suspension. So that's number one. Offensive line health has to stay intact. Then number 2, you move to the other side of the ball and the D line. Stacy McGee and Terrell McClain, they have to kind of show improve this year. They have to show. Bruce Allen, those were Bruce Allen signees, and they really have to show improve this year. If you can get those 2 things, I think everything else will fall into place. Kirk Cousins will have the time to throw either deep to Terrell Pryor or underneath to Jamison Crowder or in the slot to Jordan Reed. or he can head it off to Fat Rob. I'm sorry, Skinny Rob, or in the flat to Chris Thompson.
He actually likes that nickname.
So those two things, you got to make sure those two things are in order, and then everything else will fall into place.
I want to hop back on the running game because
I want the Redskins
Winston,
to
we got a few seconds.
I think Ryan Anderson, you look at him lining up against some of those offensive linemen. Morgan Moses is what, 6'5", 6'6". Ryan Anderson is almost right there with him, and he got a lot of push in some of those OTA sessions. So I think if Ryan can step in that linebacker slot or spot, I think it's good things for the defense.
and Allen too.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Allen too.
Well, we'll take another quick break.
Missing
Carson
some.
Wentz has. Where do you
Carson
rank
Wentz
these
may have
guys?
some more heart, but
I'm a homer probably, but I gotta go Kirk first.
Kirk first.
And I'll tell you why. And that's because Eli has those Opie moments where
Yeah,
he's just
exactly.
like, well, I don't know what happened to the ball. It's just like
in the fourth quarter.
in the fourth quarter. Now, mind you, not going to forget the Kirk
has done
those those 3
Yeah.
interceptions, against the Giants, but
or the last game.
or
last year, the
against the
last
Giants.
play.
Yeah,
absolutely.
exactly.
In the
Absolutely.
last minute, he throws a pick.
But I think Kirk has continuity with Gruden, so I think that might kind of put him above Eli. It's neck and neck. I really put those two neck and neck.
Nobody's talking Dak.
With Dak at 3 and then Carson at 4. Now Dak, I have a feeling that he might suffer a sophomore slump.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
But the good thing about that is that he has Zeke Elliott to hand the ball off to.
Yep.
So that can help him out quite a bit if he falls into a slump. Carson Wentz, I don't know if he has the weapons quite yet, and I don't know if he has a line quite yet, but he has probably among all of those quarterbacks, he probably has the most promise.
Yeah,
But everybody's
exactly.
Yeah. But I just think
I'm
that
picking
they'll
my
be
two
able to
first.
beat
And I
him.
think Kurt is about a 3, and then Eli is in the bottom of the barrel.
All right.
Hate to say that, but I'm with you about
Championships don't mean anything. I had to go with legacy. Oh my God.
I'm like last year. I was like, what happened? He disappeared.
He always has those rings he can look at.
He can
That's
look at
fine.
the ring.
But the NFL is, it's not for long.
Ever
It's
changing.
moving along.
It really is.
What have you done for me lately?
And speaking of that, we have to pick 10 of the top players who make the most impact for their teams in the NFC East. These are the guys that will probably make the most impact for their teams. And they're basically skill players that I picked. There's only one defensive lineman. I didn't pick any offensive linemen because they're not skilled players.
Right.
But
they're very skilled.
But they're
But
very,
And they're very key.
Yes.
But I did,
But Marvin.
my number 10 is Olivier Vernon with the Giants because of his sacking ability.
But you got him at number 10?
Yeah.
Oh no, Mar, you need
move him.
You need to pull him
him
up.
up.
As they say, defense wins championships,
Okay.
and he is key for that Giants.
Well, that's
defense.
why you guys are here.
So I'm moving him
And
up.
Okay.
Jordan Reed at number 4.
You don't think he's that high?
Yes. I think he's higher though.
He might,
Yeah,
might be at 3.
He's
He
better.
is
Yeah.
impactful.
Yes.
You have him at
You put
4.
him ahead of Dak.
Switch him with
But
Odell
see,
because
Dak,
Odell
the reason
didn't
why I
show
said
up.
Dak is because he has more control over the game. I mean, the quarterback, to me, is the guy that he kind of runs that offense, right? So Jordan just kind of, he catches the ball, but
But
the
the
way
ball
he-
is
yeah.
tough situation.
Yeah.
It's his
God.
catches.
Yeah.
It's his physicalness after he catches the ball.
Okay.
And he's that true tight end that you was like, I want him on my team.
He is a
right.
matchup problem. He's
So
a defensive
Yeah.
coordinator's nightmare.
let's go down the line again. We got
Size.
Josh Norman at 9, Alshon Jeffrey. Those guys make a difference, right? And then Carson Wentz, he's going to be a lot better this year, I feel.
You might want to switch Carson and Jeffrey.
And Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got Malcolm Jenkins. He's going to be a Pro Bowler this year.
Yeah.
Dez Bryant.
He's gonna have to be.
Dez is.
See, I don't have
Dez
Dez
might
up
not
that
have
high.
the big stats, but Dez is very important. They have to really
Because they need receivers
A defense
in
has
Dallas.
to really
I think Dez is good.
plan to
like
defend
Dez.
him. And then you've got Odell Beckham and Zeke Elliott.
Switch him with Reed. I'm sorry.
So who? Odell?
Jordan Reed.
I can see that. I can agree
Yes,
with that.
I would switch
But I
him
would-
with
I would-
Jordan
Odell
Reed.
Beckham? Okay.
Yes. Odell didn't show up. Remember, he was in
didn't show-
Florida on the
That's
yacht
right.
right before his playoff game.
Okay, so you like the family guys. Okay. All right.
I just like the guys who are clutch.
Okay.
To me, Jordan Reed got clutch.
Yeah.
So you want him?
But he
just has to. He
You
just
want
has
him
to stay
over
on the
Zeke?
field.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
want him over Zeke?
No, not
No,
necessarily
not
Zeke
over
is-
Zeke.
I would-
Right after
I would
Zeke.
say,
Yeah,
of
Jordan
anybody
Reed.
on that list, Zeke.
Not
yeah,
number 4.
Yeah, he's going to have the most impact for the Cowboys to actually win.
All right.
He's not a
Well,
middle reliever, Marvin.
Because
You
Dallas
know
is.
what? We're gonna have to finish this conversation because
He's
we gotta
on the
wrap it
spot,
up.
right?
Yes.
Right,
That is
Winston?
all the time we have this evening. Thank you to Donna Hopkins, Alina Neves, and our first timer, Winston Hylton. Winston, man, we got to go to Jamaica, man.
Where we going?
I'm Marvin Jackson. We'll see you next time, everybody. Jamaica. Okay, what part?